Yes. Oh, wait. Weird. Go there. Okay, do that, and I'm gonna hold that for a second.
Behind every hit song is an undeniable beat. So why doesn't anyone talk to the drummer about it? We're getting behind the kit with some of the best drummers in North America. This is Drummer to Drummer.
Just kind of dipping in right away to your drum style. Um, it's so unique. I remember it vividly watching. We just kind of got put on the same show by Eric Warner in Toronto. I want to say in 2008 or something like that. And So Many Dynamos hits the stage, and you had rototoms, and you didn't use a rack tom, and just the way you hit cymbal, I was just completely enthralled. I'm just kind of curious what influenced you as a drummer.
Oh, a great many things. So I fell pretty heavily into a culture of jazz musicians growing up, and some of them, had been drumming their whole lives. They had fathers who were really accomplished drummers, and so I kind of got tossed into this, I don't know, language of chaos among all my young peers that were trying to stretch their abilities, as quickly and as they could. And seeing that early on really changed probably my approach uh, to thinking about any musical situation. What can happen, what is somebody trying to do, all those sorts of things. And uh and that was really fantastic for me.
So, when it came to and comes to writing music, whether it's with Thorax or So Many Dynamos, you're so heavily jazz influenced. Um, how did you approach writing music the way that you play drums, right? Like you're not necessarily playing jazz beats, you're influenced by them, but like how would you approach songwriting and writing beats for such like driving songs?
um the element of conversation in jazz is very much applicable to all languages of music. And so instead of trying to write things that came off as jazzy or anything like that, really trying to be supportive and listening. When I'm trying to create, somebody, there's lots of different ways to write a song, but if I was ever in a situation where somebody had the style or groove concept, and that was given to me, I would maybe start there and spend a lot of time with the melody of the song, whether that's a keyboard line or a guitar melody or the vocal melody, and just sing it or hum it in my head and just play and play and play until I really found where I wanted to be supportive with that melody. And I think that that's where I feel like I'm able to express myself in the ways that excite me the most.
Cool. So you got the opportunity to do something that I was pretty jealous of, and that's record with the one and only Chris Walla of Death Cab for Cutie. I remember talking to you guys, uh, after that process, after that whole thing happened. Um, Kind of a two pronged thing is a, what was that like, and then also, um, what did you learn? You know, taking on a project with such an interesting and it's Chris, right? How, what did you learn from that experience?
Wow, a whole lot. So for the first question, just what was it like? It was a learning experience. Is really is a great way to put it. I feel like in some ways it definitely ruined me as a working artist. It's hard for anybody to ever live up to that working environment that he's able to create. He's a listener true to his core, whether the tape is rolling or if you're just sitting across the table from him. And he's able to make people feel comfortable and creative in ways that I haven't been able to witness out of many people. So his experience, took that into a major learning process, and that learning process changed, you know, basically everything for me. I actually went down to my basement to track down a notebook earlier because within this notebook is I guess some illustrations that I had made after making the record with Chris, and we were driving home, and we had done some production that uh, was just a little bit more than one drummer, you know, adding, crazy cymbal hits that sound like, I don't know, car crashes and things like that. And I didn't want to lose that live. And so it got my gears turning. And that illustration of, basically kind of like, this is what my drum set looks like. And I was imagining the songs in my head. And, if I could add something electronic over here, I could work that into the beat. And I had really studied a lot of left hand lead drumming, and so mixing the right hand left hand lead was presenting a lot of options for me to put sounds in different places. And I really ran with that, and I don't know, I think I have something like 9 electronic triggers or contact mics on the Dynamo kit now, and that's just allowed me to really open up what I'm capable of doing.
I can't wait to drum with you. This is awesome. Thanks, Norm.
Yeah, let's do it.